Okay, I am back, and let's try the historic shakeup with historic obliterator. We're gonna go see if we can make this happen. Now, I already knew Phyrexian Arena was a great card, but man, is it powerful in this deck! It just helps you to draw so much stuff. And yeah, this looks almost perfect, right? Like I'm on curve, got the Fountain of Renewal. I can get everything out. Yeah, this is a keep. So I'm going to go turn 1, Fountain of Renewal, turn 2, Woodland Cemetery, I got nothing, and then turn 3, probably not Obliterator, but they're going to pump up this Fox. So I'll use the Phylactery Lich to block, and then after that I'll get the Obliterator out, or maybe I'll just get the Obliterator out right as soon as, well, either way, turn 3 I got to get something out, so I'm going to get the Phylactery Lich out, right? Force my opponent to take some damage there. Okay, so that helps. Let's go Woodland Cemetery, and Gaia's Blessing is not going to help. Gaia's Blessing just helps you to get some of your stuff back, but also it's mainly because I was facing a ton of mill cards. So I put a pair of Gaia's Blessings in there to make it so that my opponent couldn't mill me. Alright, so I think turn 3, I'm going to play Phylactery Lich because it's a great blocker. My opponent probably does not have any artifact removal, so I feel safe putting the counter on Fountain of Renewal. Alright, so there we go, I have to take 6. That's okay for now. Oh, perfect. Okay, yet that will be untapped. Phylactery Lich. Okay, now I've got a blocker against that Flourishing Fox. And then next turn I can get Phyrexian Obliterator down, and then the turn after that I can go Warbriar's Blessing. Okay, opponent's not doing anything. That's great. Okay. So gain back a life. That's nice. Let's put down the Obliterator. I don't think my opponent, if they are playing the standard version of this deck, they don't have any targeted removal. Okay, so there we go with Obliterator. Okay, and we'll end turn now. This is going to be pretty sweet if my opponent, I'm not even going to attack right now. If my opponent starts cycling, no attacks. If they start cycling, I'm going to hit them with that Phyrexian Obliterator, and then that hit that Fox with the Obliterator, and then basically he's going to have to sacrifice everything. Yeah, keep going, keep going. One more turn, right? You don't have 12 cycling for your stupid Zenith Flare. Yeah, you don't have 12 cards in your graveyard to do it. Yep. Alright, let's give it a shot. So let's go Woodland Cemetery. And bam. Yeah, and you can pump up your Fox all you want. If you want to save the Fox, go ahead. But it's going to cost you. Just do more damage. Yep, goodbye 5 permanents. That's basically all your lands or your Stinger. Well, yeah, go ahead. That's don't care. Don't care. You got to sacrifice everything now. Your whole board. Yeah, goodbye to the whole board. Now the problem is this deck can actually come back from it if I'm not careful. So I gotta probably put down this Phyrexian Arena and then hopefully look for Bojuka Bog and exile their whole graveyard. That would help. Yep. Alright, and I feel like I'm okay with attacking into an empty board. We'll put down the arena. So now I'm even on life, but my opponent's really far behind. So, alright. They can start cycling again, but they're going to be so far behind. And I'm drawing an extra card every turn, which should help. Okay. Prey Upon is sorcery speed. That's okay. I don't need this. Enter here. Might as well cast Gaia's Blessing. Me. And I'll put these 2 cards back in my grave and draw a card. I could not put that down, but I'll do it next turn. I'll attack. Next. The thing is, I can do this the same. I don't want to put this sorcery speed. I don't want to put it. I don't want to put this down because I'm going to start losing life again if he puts another pinger down. All right, but if my opponent puts any other creature down, I can obliterate him really fast. So he's got to look for lands. All right. All right, so let's go Obliterator, Swamp, Phylactery Lich, and they are dead next turn if they don't find some way to win. Take that, opponent. Frickin' hate this deck. This deck is the worst. So, yeah, cycle away. You got nothing. Okay, so he's just dead. There's nothing you can put down. You're taking at least 10 damage next turn, and there's no way you're going to save yourself with 1 life or with 1 mana. Yep. Using your Zenith Flare on the Obliterator was just a huge mistake. Yep. Alright, keep cycling. Yep, yep. I don't know what they stayed in the game. Yeah. Alright, there you go. Obliterator. Yeah. Being that stupid freaking cycling fox. Man, do I hate cycling. Alright, so my opponent I think was a little bit foolish to actually come out and like Zenith Flare the Obliterator. I guess they were losing almost all their stuff anyways, but still, like, you know, you could have hit me to the face and maybe pinged me at something later, but like, you know, but yeah, to go to the Obliterator and then you have to sacrifice like literally everything on your board. You hit him for 12 or something, you know, like hit him for like 6 or I don't know, huge. So anyways, I love it when it comes together. This is okay. I'm likely to pick up an extra land, so I can go turn 1 Fountain of Renewal, right? Turn 2 nothing, and then turn 3 Phylactery Lich onto Fountain of Renewal, and then just start attacking in. Put some pressure on my opponent, or if my opponent doesn't have any threats, I could always go for Phyrexian Arena. But I think I'd rather put down the Lich if I can. Let's go Overground Tomb. I don't have any play. No real play on turn 2, so let's get this untapped while we can, especially if we're playing red. Fresh-faced Recruit. Alright. We'll go this, and we will play a Phylactery Lich. Okay. So 5/5. And then we can start playing. Next turn we'll go to Arena. Yeah. I think what we want to do is hold up our Ritual of Soot until my opponent puts down more creatures. Yeah. So I'm going to go... Do I play the Blessing now? No, I can take a little bit of damage. Let's get the Arena down. He's going to want to probably hold something up as a blocker. Okay, so, but even then, taking 4 is not bad. If my opponent puts down, let's see, any 3 mana things, I can also, if you put something 4 mana down, then I can also use Warbuyer's Blessing, yeah, to fight Aurelia. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, unless I get Obliterator. Okay, there we go. Obliterator. And this can come in tapped. Let's go no attacks here. And he's going to swing in the air. But doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to... Oh, this... Okay, yeah. Let's do that. Yeah. Oh, even close. I'm going to take 12. Oh, is that lethal? No, I can block the Fresh-Faced Recruit. If he attacks with the Fresh-Faced Recruit. He's not going to do that though, he's going to attack in the air. Yeah. That's a lot. That's huge. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Bajuka Bog doesn't help. Vraska's Contempt is nice. Do I have the mana for it? I do not have the double mana for it. Okay, let's go Warbuyer's Blessing first. And Yep. Yeah, resolve. Okay, you got to get rid of 5 other permanents. Now, our opponent can probably do all their lands, and then they still end up winning. But let's see if they do it. I think that they're going to lose this one. Yeah, and then Pachuca Bog. Yeah, on my opponent, exile your whole graveyard. Now, if I sacrifice this, I gain nothing. So, I feel like I've lost. There's no way I can actually. If I had another fight card, it would be better, or even 1 extra mana, I could Vraska's Contempt. So I think I have to give my opponent the G's on this one. Good game. All right, so that was close. It was a close one though, but still fun. So I actually enjoyed that one, even though like sometimes you lose. Like it doesn't mean you're gonna necessarily not enjoy the game. Right, so my opponent just had a good deck. I maybe should have used that what am I? Is that board sweeper earlier? But it is what it is. In hindsight, it's easy to say you should use it, but yeah, it's always easy to say after you've seen the game, But at the time, you don't actually know what's going to come out, right? So yeah. Anyways, I feel okay about that one. Let's see what we can do if we can obliterate some more stuff. All right. Opponent. Let's see. Yeah, it's just too bad I got that. See, Bajuka Bog is nice because it really affects your graveyard, your opponent's graveyard, which is sometimes important. But like that mana coming in tapped is really what cost me the game, right? Like I could have won had I not had that in. This is basically a nothing. I got really no plays, so I think I need to mulligan this one. Yeah, so basically I got like turn 2 Heartless Act to destroy something, but I'm not getting any real board presence, and turn 3 Arena into maybe a turn 4 Ritual of Soot. To sweep the board. Depends what my opponent is playing, it could be useful, but I don't know. I think I should mulligan this. Basically into the exact same thing. Fuck. Okay. Well, I guess let's try it then. If Arena's intent on Arena's like, no, you got to play that. You got to play that deck. I'll keep 6. Mulling to 5 is just really brutal, but basically just mulligan into the exact same deck that I just played. Okay, well, I have Paradise Druid now, but no green mana to cast it. Okay. Knights. Alright. Knights actually might be okay. Ozolith. And then Heartless Act next turn. I feel like I probably should have Heartless Act that one, but we'll see. Because if I can just survive a little bit into Ritual of Soot. Oh, there we go. Phylactery Lich. Alright, coming together. Move that counter. Take action. Yep, so he is now indestructible on his own. Okay, well, that came together well. Yeah. So yeah, he's just a basically 5/5 indestructible for 3 mana now. Oh, that's rotten. But okay, yeah, that worked out. And then if my opponent puts down more creatures, I can actually just go Ritual of Soot. Yep, no blocks. I feel like I should anyways. Yeah. And then all attack. Yeah, just get a better board presence there. I still have Heartless Act. Opponent gives me the G's. All right, there we go. Well, I guess it, even, that I guess that deck wasn't the worst. It wasn't the worst keep, But yeah, like I wouldn't go to 5. 5's really hard to, multi 5 is basically almost like a certain lose. Multi 4 is definitely like, you're so far behind, it's going to be really rough. But anyways, yeah, that worked out really well. I'm surprised, like, it just happened to get the right cards. All right, so there you go, 850. I must have got some of the daily rewards. So claim the prizes. Let's go check the daily rewards here. Yeah, so I need just 6 more spells to get the 750. I end up getting a pack, which I'll open tomorrow in the daily review. So let's go. Nope. Historic Shake-Up again. Let's go try and obliterate some more because I really need to cast 6 more black spells. Right, so you can see like getting those daily achievements isn't actually that hard if you just like play a couple matches, especially in a mono color, right? Or if you're playing dual colors and you're playing both colors, like so if it's saying white or black and you play an Orzhov like white black deck, then you can get them. And really, the 750 mana or the 750 ones, like usually it's like cast 30 spells with this, and that's just a few games. So I always try and trade them. I trade up to 750 if I can, because that little bit of extra gold just really matters, right? It adds up over time. So anyways, but I also try and play get at least one of them done every 3 days or so. Thanks, Arena. Because you don't want to miss out any of those rewards, right? Like if you keep them around, let's try again. If you keep them around, then you lose them day by day, and so then you don't get one, and that could be like 500 gold at least that you're gonna miss, right? 500 gold is like half a pack, so you should be playing at least every 3 days. All right, good. I was hoping that it would not just stall out again. Beat Tomato. That's an interesting name. You see, this actually looks interesting, but I have no play until turn 4. So I feel like I have to mulligan this because otherwise, like, I just got nothing. I can't do anything for 4 turns. Like, that's too rough. Okay, this is a keep. I think we can put away 1 swamp. And then turn 1, I can go Fountain of Renewal. Yeah, and just gain some life back. Turn 2, we'll play Ozolith. Turn 3, a Phylactery Lich. Okay, and put the counter on Ozolith. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Oh, okay. So we'll put down Ozolith and another Fountain. That's good. 2 life per turn is pretty significant. Considering, see, this guy, he only does 2 damage. Right? So him doing 2 damage, so now instead of 4 damage, I'm really just taking a net of 2. Right, so that actually helps quite a bit. Alright, let's put down the Lich on the Ozolith and put it back onto myself, take action. Alright, now I've got an invincible blocker. And then if my opponent starts pumping stuff, yeah, that's okay. Okay, so land, no, but we can just attack, I suppose. Let's go attack, see if my opponent blocks, and then we can still pounce. Okay, end turn. So basically I can instant speed cast this. Alright, sweet, I'll take it. Opponent just for some reason thought that was just a bad play. I don't know. So weird. So I would have just pounced at Sunhome Mentor or whatever. On his turn. I just wanted to see like what he'd cast, and then before combat I would have like just destroyed that creature if he didn't cast anything else. All right, but apparently opponent thought that game was not winnable. I'll take it. I thought that was actually put me in a good spot, right? Because I had gaining 2 life per turn, and you've got this like 5/5 indestructible on turn 3, and then you have like a 5/5 annihilator basically coming out on the next turn. That's really rough. That's hard to deal with. Alright, so maybe my opponent just got land screwed. Maybe they didn't get any lands that they needed and then decided to quit. So, alright, this looks not good. Again, getting the creatures is nice, but you see I can't play Lich because I don't have an artifact. And then I can't play, again, if I just stick with Obliterator, I have no play until turn 4. So I feel like I have to mulligan this. Okay, we're gonna mull to 5. Well, basically back to my first one. Alright, well, let's go to get rid of Obliterator and maybe Ritualist Soot and see what we can find, I guess. Pelt Collector. Alright. No, Overgrown Tomb, enters tapped. I don't have anything to play right now anyways, so I might as well just get out the tapped land. A Fauna Shaman. Okay, that's pretty awful. A Fauna Shaman basically means that they can you basically discard a creature card, search your library, and put it into your hand, so they can basically get whatever they want. Yeah, I'll throw this down. I still have no play until for 2 more turns at least, and then hopefully my opponent doesn't have anything really terrible. All right, so they're going to go and look for I'm going to guess they're going to look for a ramp. No, Steel Leaf Champion. Okay, yeah. Nope. End turn. Now, one thing you can do if you have the mana, you can put Phylactery Lich down, and then right before you... Oh, my opponent didn't have the mana for it. You can put Phylactery Lich, and then right before you have to sacrifice him, you can pounce, right? So you can still do the fighting. Okay, so my opponent's looking for stuff. Another Steel Leaf Champion. Okay. So let's get the Obliterator down to kind of limit the damage. And then if he plays the Steel Leaf Champion, then his Pelt Collector is going to... Let's see, do I fight? Do I fight him? He's not going to attack. Okay, so I feel like I should fight. If I kill this thing, then he has to sacrifice 5 permanents. So let's put down the arena. I can pounce at instant speed, so let's see what my opponent does. Next. No attacks. End turn. So if he attacks with the Steel Leaf Champion, what I'll do is, yeah, Beast Whisperer, sure. Oh, that's actually a really nice target. Pass. I think I'll fight this Beast Whisperer. Yeah, and you have to sacrifice 2 other things. Yeah, 2 other creatures. That's good. Oh, Fountain of Renewal. Okay, good. Fountain of Renewal. Yeah, Phylactery Lich. Overgrown Tomb, tapped. It's coming along. All attack. Okay, so I can block that Steel Leaf Champion with the Phylactery Lich. Another Beast Whisperer. Okay. I feel like if I get another pump spell, I'm going to attack that Steel Leaf Champion. Warbuyer's Blessing for sure now. Oh, yes. Yeah. I won't be surprised if they just end here, if they just quit. Boom. Okay, 5 permanents, please. So either all your lands, or yeah, there's the G's. Yeah. All right. So I mean, like, what else can you do, right? You gotta sacrifice like 5 of your permanents, right? So, and I still have the Obliterator, right? So I mean. All right. So yeah, you can see like the Obliterator deck is actually pretty good. You know, especially not in the original format. In the original format I presented on my Win FNM Historica video, it was actually, I was losing all the time. And I actually had to go through like 5 or 6 iterations of it, like basically like building and testing over and over to get it to where it is now, where it's actually playable and it's actually like a decent threat. You know, but that's actually how deck building goes. You know, like if you think that you can just, like, I guess if you're net decking, that's one thing, right? Like but if you're actually building a deck essentially from scratch, right? Like what you got to do is you got to, like, you know, put down what you think works, test it out, and then keep going and, like, you know, testing, you know, play and test. Like I tried so many different things, like with, you know, trying to get additional card draw, additional protections. You know, I had like at one point a ton of duress in there, and you know, things like that. But I found that, like, you know, it just wasn't working out. And now I found, like, even after that, I found like essentially like my like my deck was losing a lot to mill decks because like mill decks was just preventing damage, like you know, and like sealing away stuff. Like so, it wasn't actually like like it was really hard to beat those sort of control-y decks, and especially because they're just based on mill. And so that's why I put the double Gaia's Blessing in. The reason why it's double and not just one is because a lot of times because you're drawing so many cards with Phyrexian Arena, especially late game, that you're likely to draw the Gaia's Blessing. And so if you draw it, then what you can do is cast it, right, and then put it into your graveyard, right, and then if you draw another one, then you can actually cast it and put the Gaia's Blessing back into your library again. So you can just keep like making sure one is in your library, so your opponent can never mill you, right? So, or if they do. If they realize what's going on, like let's say you're getting towards the end, you get your whole library, whole graveyard back into your library, then by the time they kind of deal with that, they're probably going to run out of ways to like handle it, right? They're not going to like they have to hold up mana, right? Like to try and counter it or whatever, like so it's really hard for them to deal with this constant threat all the time. So that's basically there. But Heartless Act also I left in there, like, but it went I think from a 4 of to a 2 of, just because I found that what I was doing was I was using it to destroy creatures, but I actually need my opponent to have creatures in order for my Obliterator to work. So especially like you saw the last game with the Steel Leaf Champion, when they got like a 5/4 or something onto the battlefield, right? When you hit them with that, it's like super devastating. Like it's really rough for them to deal with, right? Like to lose 5 permanents, like losing the Beast Whisperer was one when you could just sacrifice, one creature, one or two of your creatures, right? But losing like 5, when you only have like 2 or 3 creatures, right? Like, then you got to start sacrificing your lands. You can't cast anything, and then the only thing they had really like to try and put down again was another Steel Leaf Champion. And then next turn, would have done the same thing to them again, right? And in the meantime, I've got like 15 power of basically indestructible creatures on the board. So like, I really like this deck a lot. And I'm pretty proud of the fact that I was able to put it together, pretty much from scratch here, right? Like, so anyways, that's it. Let me know in the comments if you liked the video or if you got a chance to play this deck. Yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions for improvements, but that's it. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next video.